Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to finally be able to sit down and try on these new gorgeous looking Dior products that have been sitting on my vanity for a little. Dior has been launching new product after new product after new product. I can't keep up. Today I get to try these on and share my honest thoughts with you. So if you love all things Dior like I do, you're in the right place. Let's jump right in and see if these new Dior products are worth the excitement. I don't know about you guys, but every time Dior launches a new product, I can't help but get excited. I'm constantly going on their website, watching their countdown. I basically stalk the site until launch day. Today I have a beautiful mix of the newest Dior products. I have all 4 of the new Rosy Glow Stick shades, the matching powder blushes, 2 of the highlighter sticks. I also have the new Forever Glow Maximizer, which is part of the summer collection, the limited edition bronzer, and of course, this stunning new eyeshadow palette. Let's see how these new products perform. Now, I am going out today to do a little bit of shopping. So ultimately, I will be deciding on like my final look of the day. But before we get to that part, I am going to be trying these out and seeing how they look on the skin and stuff. So, I want to go in the order that I would apply my makeup. Let's start with eyes. When I take a look at this palette, I'm thinking summertime. You know, we have the peachy, rosy, pinky. It looks like a sun-kissed look in a palette. When I swatched these, I did not find any matte shades. I thought this one here was matte at first, but as I looked at it up close, they're all leaning more on the sheen type of formula. The shimmer shades did not have any of those, you know, glittery particles. It was more on the like metallic-y side. Since I didn't find that there were any matte shades, I am going to combine it with this Backstage eyeshadow palette. This is the Nude Essentials Dior Backstage eye palette. And so this is all, you know, they kind of go with each other. So I'm going to be using these. They're more on the warm neutral tone side. Now, this palette here does come with these little brushes. Personal opinion, my own opinion, these are totally outdated. And every time I open this, every time I've opened these types of, you know, compacts, they just fall out because they're so light. And so I feel like we could do without it. Just give me the actual eyeshadow palette. That's all I want. Again, my own personal opinion. So I'm going to combine these two to create my look today. Let's go ahead and start off with this shade right here. And I'm going to use this as my base shade. And I want to define my eye by going in with this one right here and add it to the crease. Okay, so we have a little transitional shade going there. I want to deepen this, so I'm going to go in with this one right here. I want to use these corally looking shades right here, and I'm going to go for this lighter shade here, and I'm going to apply it to the inner half of my eye. Okay, so I tried it with the brush. Now I'm going to go in with my finger and see if this one gives me more color payoff that way. And yes, it does. So if I go in with my finger, the warmth of my fingertips is going to give me more color payoff. So, all right. That's a corally shade for sure. I want to go in with this one right here and just apply it on the outer part. This one feels more like a silky shade. I'm gonna try to cleaning this with my Sigma switch as usual. This Sigma switch definitely comes in handy. I want to go for this one right here, this pinky metallic-y shade, and place it on the center. Okay, so as far as pigment, these are not giving me as much pigment as I wish they would, okay, being honest here. I don't like to wet my brushes to dip into eyeshadows, but today I'm gonna try it because I want to see what these can really do for me. And what I normally do for my eyeshadows is not working out for me right now. So I do want to go ahead and do that. I'm experimenting this time around. Okay, so I'm going to use the Dalba First Spray Serum and see what happens. I want to go in with this pinky shade right there. I'm really having to work for this shade. I've used many eyeshadow palettes, many formulas, and I will say that even using my finger, wetting my brush, I'm having the hardest time getting that color payoff that I would love. So far, I'm a little disappointed because I mean, these are gorgeous shades, gorgeous looking shades, but when applied on the lid, I feel like they're not giving me what I'm seeing on here. So I'm not so happy with it. Check this out. That looks pretty. But then when I apply it, I'm having to really work hard. I mean, it's an okay formula. And especially for the money that we pay, we don't want an okay formula. Let's try this one here. Let's see if this one makes any difference. Okay, that one's a little brighter. All right. Maybe we had to go a different route. And I'm just experimenting with this palette, so. Okay. It's a lighter shade. I'm going to go in with this one here and apply it on the outer part and see what it does. All right, that gave me a little bit of pigment. So I'm bringing back the corally shade. I'm not getting that color payoff that I would like. So if you are looking for a light touch of eyeshadow, this is gonna be your eyeshadow palette. If you're looking for something that makes your eyes stand out, this eyeshadow palette is super subtle. I'm wishing that it would have more pigment. So I'm gonna go in with this here, this darkest one, to deepen the outer part. I don't mind combining eyeshadow palettes to get a look. I totally do not mind. Dior eyeshadows, in my experience, are not super pigmented. They're very subtle. I mean, this Essentials palette is pretty good at giving you color payoff, but you know, I have a couple of other eyeshadow palettes that are, you know, similar to this, where you don't get a lot of color payoff from them. I think that's as good as it's gonna get. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my eye look with some eyeliner and mascara, and I'll be right back. So for my eyeliner, I use the combination of one of my holy grails, the Urban Decay 24/7 inks in Whiskey. This is my liquid eyeliner, as well as the Charlotte Tilbury Rock and Coal eyeliner to tightline my upper lash line. And this one was in Bedroom Black. And for mascara, today's combo is the Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Lashes Volume 2 mascara, as well as the Sigma Lash Icon. As I was finishing up my eye look, I went online really quick to remind myself as to what the formulas were for this eyeshadow palette, and I kept thinking sheen. It's not sheen, it's satin. That's what these are. So, you know, as far as the color payoff, I'm still sticking to the same thing. I do wish they were a little more intense. Are they pretty? Yes, but they're on the light side. So in person, it looks nice. You have that satin, and not sheen, that satin look to your eye look. I mean, I'm happy with what I put together, but I feel like I want more. I want a more intense formula from Dior. So, all right, moving on. Let's go ahead and try on these beautiful blushes, highlighters, bronzer. I'm gonna prep my face and we'll take it from there. Buddy, what's going on? What do you need? Buddy? Oi. So let's try the blush sticks first, and then we'll top them with the highlighters to see what they look like on top of the skin. I'm gonna go in with Pomelo on this side and Dragon Fruit on this side. Just going straight for it. Very natural looking, like a healthy glow look to my skin. Go twice. Very natural looking. That's Pomelo. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not disturbing my foundation. So I'm happy with that. Okay, Dragon Fruit is going to be a little more intense. I am going to top these with the matching powder blushes to see what they look like. This one is Pomelo, so I'm going to do Pomelo on this side. Ooh, that's beautiful. I like this shade here. My goodness, smells like candy. Look at that. There is a blur to these. These are beautiful. This one is beautiful. This is Pomelo. It's subtle, natural looking, healthy look to your skin. I'm gonna flip this brush. So I'm gonna use a clean side. And this is Dragon Fruit. Gorgeous. When it comes to that glow, the Rosy Glow collection, it gives you that nice glow. That's Dragon Fruit. Now we're gonna be going in with Guava and Goji. I'm using Goji on this side and Guava on this side. By the way, the Sigma Switch is awesome for cream products as well. So it's not just for eyeshadows. Check that out. It took almost all of the pigment off. Check this out. Nice. So this is Goji. Goji goes on intense, but once you blend it out, oh my goodness, it is gorgeous. Very natural, like a flush to the skin. That's Goji. You have Guava. Now, when I was swatching these, I swatched these on bare skin and they do stain a little bit. So I wouldn't put it straight on bare skin. I would apply these over foundation. Very healthy, natural looking shade. This is Guava. I thought Goji was going to be like the most intense one, but it turns out that Dragon Fruit is going to be the most intense one from these four. That's insane. If you look at these next to each other, you would think that this one, Goji, would be the most intense one. It's not. It blends out really natural. That's gorgeous. All right. So now for the matching blushes. Goji, clean brush, the powder version of Goji is way more intense. I was not expecting that. That's why I just went in, you know, freely. But so the blush stick in Goji is not intense. The powder version of this blush, very intense. So be very careful with that. It's always nice to do these try-ons because this is one way you get to know these products. This is after applying the powder blush. That's Goji. Super intense. My goodness. And so the same thing happened here. The blush stick is not as intense as the powder blush. The powder blush is more intense, so be careful when you're layering these, just to go light on. I mean, obviously depends on the look you're going for, right? But if you don't want it to be too intense, you want to be careful with the powder blush. These two are pretty intense. I want to try the highlighters. I know my skin is glowy, so we'll see how that works out. On a typical day, I would apply these over my cream blushes. For this portion of the try-on video, I'm gonna just apply them straight to see if we could see, you know, if we could see these shades, because my skin prep and my foundation is a glowy one. I'm gonna go in with rosy, with glazed rosy on this side. Yeah, you could see a little of the tint. It's subtle, but it's noticeable. This is glazed rosy, and there is a slight tint to it. Very glowy. I mean, my face is already glowy. So I can't wait to put, you know, to finish my whole look, because then we're gonna really see how glowy this is. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the glazed bubble on this side here. This one is a lot lighter. When I swatched these, glazed bubble was more of a glow, and glazed rosy has some pearl pigments. Nice. Now for the Forever Glow Maximizer. This is the shade in Sunburst. I'm super excited about this one. Oh, that's nice. It's got like a nudie. It's like a nudie shade. It has a slight bronzy tone to it. These products are going to give you that glowiness to your skin even after you have set it. So let's put that to the test right now. For my base, I ended up using the Dior Forever Skin Glow Foundation in 2.5, as well as the Dior Forever Skin Correct Concealer in 2.5. Now it's time for me to create my look of the day, and I want to use additional products that I would normally use on a typical day. So I'm going to include my Dior bronzer stick. This one is in 03 light medium. All right, just to give a little warmth to the perimeter of my face. I need to choose what blush I want to use today, and I don't know which one I want because I mean, I'm really loving all of the shades, but let's see, which one should I go with? I want a blush shade that's going to complement my eye look today, so I'm gonna go in with Pomelo. This shade is so subtle, so natural looking. I don't have an intense eye look today, so this natural look is working out for me. I'm debating on either Glazed Bubble or Sunburst. I love both of them, but I'm gonna go in with Sunburst. All right, looking good so far. Time to set this makeup. I'm gonna be using the Dior Forever Matte Filter for my T-zone. Gonna use my Hourglass. Even after setting my makeup, I still see a glow on my cheeks from the products, so I'm really liking that. Now for the bronzer. Super excited about this one. Oh, there goes the golden layer of this bronzer. And you know what? Since I'm not sure of this bronzer, I'm gonna go ahead and tap on my palm of my hand, and then just build it up if I need to. Don't want any patchiness or harsh. It is the first time I'm using this, and I will tell you that it goes on light on your skin. It blends in really nice. It did give me that sun-kissed touch to my complexion, so it warmed up my skin. It's not orangey. I'm very happy with this. Wow. Now let me go ahead, since I already kind of went over the first layer, let me see if I swatch this. Yeah, you know what? I think it's just that first layer that's going to have the shimmery finish. I'm gonna continue using this to see what's going on. Is the rest of it, is the rest matte or what, But as of right now, the first layer had some shimmers. So at least super fine shimmers, but it does leave you with some shimmer, which I don't mind. I mean, I just don't like the super chunky shimmer. I can't stand that, but I mean, it warmed up my complexion. It looks really nice, really nice. I'm happy with that. I'm gonna go in with the matching powder blush in Pomelo. When I first tried this one, loved it. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and use the Anastasia Beverly Hills A19. Is a blush brush or a powder brush. My goodness, this shade is so gorgeous. Nice. Gorgeous. I was aiming for a sun-kissed look, and that's what I am getting. All right. That makes me happy. I have a lot of glow. I don't feel like I need any highlighter, any powder highlighter, so I'm going to leave it as it is. Let me go ahead and add some lips, and then I think we're going to be done with this. I think we're going to be good. Good to go, I think. Is that it? Are those all the products? Yes. So let me go ahead and add lips, and I will be back with my final thoughts. So for my lips, I ended up using a combination that I just came across online, Makeup by Mario. He combined Bronx Baby with the lip liner in Toasty, and I really like this look. I'm really liking it. It might be a little too deep for my look today, but it's okay. The last step I want to take is locking this look in with the setting spray. And the setting spray I'm using is, of course, Dior. This new Dior setting spray, my gosh, not only does it smell good, it performs excellent. I've used it several times, and I'm very happy with this new Dior setting spray. The spray is not too intense. It's not too harsh, but if you find yourself not liking this type of spray, just spray it on your beauty blender or beauty sponge and apply it, and it works excellent. All right, so this is my final look using some of the newest Dior products. I'm very happy with the outcome. I feel like this is definitely a sun-kissed kind of glow. Very natural, soft glam. You have that glowiness. There is a glassy skin vibe there for sure. And I'm very happy with what I put together today. Honestly, everything worked together beautifully to create that summer look. After trying everything on, I have some thoughts. Let's start with the blush sticks. Just like with any other product, sometimes we have to get to know them. Some of these are more intense than others, as we noticed in the swatches and in the try-on. Now that I've tried these, I know which ones are a little bit more intense. And so I would be careful going in when I do apply my makeup for the day. But as far as the formula, excellent, did not disturb my foundation. I mean, and I went straight with them. So I love these blush sticks. I can't wait for them to come out with even more, maybe some more neutral shades, maybe for the fall, you know. But as far as these today, I'm going off because I get too excited with new products. But these blush sticks are beautiful. Dragon Fruit was the only one that was like the most intense, but the rest of them apply so beautifully. And I mean, they all apply beautifully, but they were so natural looking on my skin. So if I wanted to stop there and just set my makeup, I probably would. But if I wanted to add more color or longevity to my blush look, then I would add my powder, which we'll talk about next. Since they came out with the matching powder blushes, let's talk about these. So these are awesome as well. The main thing that stood out to me the most about these powder blushes is that for some of these, as you might recall, some of these are more intense than others. So again, just getting to know your product. But I mean, they are gorgeous. I love these. I'm so happy that they released the blush sticks with the powder blushes. I love matching blushes. That makes my life a lot easier. So easy. I don't have to think about it. I just grab the matching blush and I'm good to go. So I'm so happy with these. For the more intense ones, I would use a brush like this one. This is the BK Beauty and Nikki LaRose N20. This one's a diffuser. I would use that one so that it's not super intense, or just go lighter on these. Let's talk about the highlighter sticks. These highlighter sticks are really nice. I feel like lighting can wash out some of these shades, but these definitely give you that glassy skin effect. If that's what you're going for, you're definitely going to get it with these highlighter sticks. I like that now we have two different versions of these highlighters. We have the liquid version as well as the balmy, creamy stick versions of these. So I'm very, very happy with these. Keep in mind that the glazed rosy has some, pearl pigments that, are visible, but to be quite honest, once you apply it on your skin, you don't see it as much as when you swatch it. The new Forever Glow Maximizer. This gave me such a beautiful glow. I love it. I'm so happy with it. Let's talk about the eyeshadow palette. I'm gonna be honest with you. I expected more pigment out of these. I should know best by now that, when it comes down to Dior eyeshadows, to be quite honest, this essential palette really surprised me when I first used it. But, for the most part, some of these luxury brands don't include super pigmented eyeshadows. And so, when I swatched these, I did notice, that pearly, even kind of metallic-y shade to some of these. But as we know, swatches versus application can change, sometimes drastically. In this case, I just wish, it's a beautiful palette, but I wish it had more pigment to it. I wish we would get more color payoff out of these because the color story is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Am I going to continue using it? Yes, I am. Definitely. Of course I am. I don't think I did so bad with the look today. I wish that I would have had more. Okay, and I did not finish the bottom part of my eyes. So let me go back to this. Ultimately, what I'm trying to get at is if you're looking for something super intense, eye looks that are going to be like bam, glam, you're not going to really get it with this. This is more on a more natural, summer, everyday kind of look. As you guys notice, I did try the fingertip technique, the brush technique, and a wet brush technique. And it's just not giving me what I wanted, the intensity that I wanted. But that's okay. Like I said, we're learning about these products, and it's all a learning process. I believe that this eyeshadow is meant for a lighter eye look. So a less intense eye look. So if that's what you're looking for, then you're going to get that with this eyeshadow palette. Do I recommend it? It all depends on your preference. What are you looking for? Do you want a more natural look? Yes, I recommend it. Are you looking for a more intense look? Glammed out look? I wouldn't recommend this one. And that's just my honest opinion. Let's talk about this gorgeous bronzer. We don't have the gold shimmery layer anymore, but that was part of the whole experience. I believe the Dior experience where, you are trying this out for the first time. Now, as I am going back into it, there's no shimmer. So I believe that after that first try, we're no longer going to see any of the golden shimmers. But that's my prediction. After using this, now it looks matte. I'm seeing very minimal of the gold pearls that we saw at the beginning. It's mainly because we haven't gotten to that with the brush, but I feel like after today's try on, this bronzer is going to be more on the matte side. At least that's what I'm thinking. If I find any additional information on, online, then I'll share that in this video with you. Maybe a little bit of a glow, maybe a little bit, but yeah, I'm not seeing any of those pearly, particles there at all, which I thought at first I was like, oh, we're gonna see some chunky shimmer shades. No, it blended in really nice and it warmed up my complexion so good. I'm absolutely happy with the bronzer, and I haven't checked if it is still available because I know that the summer collection is a limited edition, But once I upload this video, I'll double check for you guys. To be quite honest, everything was excellent. Even if the eyeshadow palette was not as intense as I wanted it to be, this collection is excellent. These products worked beautifully together to bring that glow, glassy skin look. I'm so happy. I'm not trying to have like a whole full-blown glassy look on my face. It's more on the round, like the cheeks, the high points of my face, and I'm so happy with the look. I can't wait to create even more looks with these products. One last look. Thank you so much for spending part of your day with me. If you've tried any of these Dior products, let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. If you have been considering purchasing any of these, what Dior product caught your attention today? As always, today's featured products will be linked in the description for you. I hope you enjoyed today's beauty session, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you soon. Bye.